So is it true that in Ghana you are treated differently based on the color of your skin? So you, the fair person, are you treated better than?
Dennis is that.
Is it dark or multicolored?
I'm not.
So you get both. You get both experiences. Okay, but on a more serious note, there have been complaints that in Ghana, if you're a foreigner, you are treated better.
There's a ranking.
Yes, there's a ranking. We'll get into the ranking soon, but you are treated differently based on whether you're a foreigner, a local, and even when you're a local, if you are fair, you are treated better than if you're a local who is dark. Just the levels of, I don't want to say discrimination. I feel that it's too strong. The difference in how you are treated based on the color of your skin is an issue. Is that true or not? So, how do we start?
Well, honestly, I think it's an issue. If we are having this, it goes to say a lot about we the people, our mentality.
But is it true?
You've been colonized. Whether I like it or not, your mentality has been the same mentality that makes you think Jesus is white and the devil is black. It's the same one that makes you think the white man is better.
It's better.
But so, it's worrying. It's worrying if this is what the mentality is.
But first, let's establish it. Is it true or not? You see, for me, Ghana has never been a country that comes up in the discussion of discrimination. That's why I'm cringing, because racial discrimination, whatever. But I think there's tribal discrimination as well.
There's always tribal, please.
There's tribal discrimination.
There is.
There's tribal, that I am very sure about. But treating people differently because they are fair or they are dark, and the fair ones getting the advantage over the dark ones, and then treating foreigners better and all of that.
Let me give you
can we establish that is true?
When you go to the market and you're going to, like you're walking to the woman and you're holding your basket, Mrs. Bronier, oh, better mommy, like the way they treat you, like they don't know.
Don't like dark women.
No, they don't like dark women. It's just like I'm sure the dark woman too is also treated. Oh, Brother better, but me they've added Brony to my name and title automatically because I am fair and I'm Ghanaian, but because I'm fair automatically, and then if they see that you can't speak the language, especially I can say that when you go to KJ Town and say you can't speak the market, that preferential treatment is a cheat. But then you are done, no way. So that preferential treatment, yes.
So it exists.
It exists.
I think so. Look, in going through my experiences as a Ghanaian, I can say for sure that there's ethnic discrimination. So some tribes, some people in some tribes see some people in other tribes or see other tribes as inferior, or or look at them on some stereotypical grounds. Yeah, so that exists. I think it's also because of the plethora of tribes we have. So once you have that in a culture, definitely there'll be some friction and some deep-seated whatever, right? It's the same thing for the US, where people come from different cultures and they are treated differently. I think that once that exists in a particular society, that happens. But the other one I will also confirm is how we treat foreigners. And that I won't say is a bad thing. Because, in the last show, we said that Ghanaians, yes, in the Dirty December show, we said that Ghanaians are trained to treat strangers or foreigners well. It's a way of welcoming you and making you feel at home, because they feel that naturally there will be some sense of apprehension and apprehension when you are in a new environment. So we go out of our way to make sure that you are well accommodated and you feel comfortable in your new environment. Is that what we are misconstruing?
No,
as discrimination? When on the basis of how we treat foreigners compared to how we treat locals. So we need to really put it in a better perspective.
I really see that unfortunately, I don't know how to say it, but they actually are cheated in the whole like feigning to be nice to them. We have the positive and the negative. So the positive is we make them feel at home and all that. But the negative is, of course, when they don't know the costs
of things in the
and,
sense that you are
and you're a white person.
Basically, you buy everything double the price what a local is
that one,
to.
like, it
But
is
that you
double
can
the
also
price.
break down in different levels.
And then we also have the type where maybe like when a black person goes to maybe a club, in fact, even that place that we went to, they say, please, on Fridays you have to do formal wear.
Yeah.
If it was a white person that I was working with that day who was in a shorts, and because the person is a white person, so I'm using white in terms of like Caucasian white, the person would have been allowed in because they are thinking that the person can spend. Do you get it? So you know how like these pubs and clubs, they want people who are high spenders. So once the person's a white person, the person can spend. So they'll let the person, even though the person has breached the like the dress code for that day, the person will be let in.
That's also a stereotype. Because
that's a serious stereotype and discrimination.
Ghana is some parts of not some parts of some culture, some habits. Yes, the word is habits. Some habits in Ghana are funny because they are rooted on a lot of ignorance. So you know, when a waiter or anybody giving you service in Ghana senses that you are a high value, net value person, like you are a rich person, richer than an average person that comes to that business, you are treated separately. Most of the time, if you're a local rich person, they know that you know the right prices of things. So for that one, they are not going to discriminate on price. But they are treating you extra special because they think that you are the one who tip them well.
Who tip them better?
Only for them to get a rude awakening that rich people tip the worst.
They do.
They tip the worst. Right. You know, so these things, they are bordering on ignorance, but then they don't always pan out as expected. I want us to rewind a bit to the foreigners one, so that people don't misunderstand what we are saying there. Like, we cheat, we feign the welcome just to cheat you. That's not what we do. No. Please. There are two different things.
When you come together, you go to airport.
We are not being nice to you because we want to cheat you. No, that's not what it is.
But there are people like that.
No, there are two different things. So they are welcoming you, and it's genuine. You know, it's genuine. They are trained to treat strangers. See, that person giving you that service will go an extra mile for you than not because you're a white person, because you're a foreigner. If you are from Nigeria, that's different. But it's true.
Yes, because we see them to be
so he will go an extra mile for you and don't mind, right? He will not do that for a local. So just because you're a foreigner, he doesn't want you to be in trouble. He doesn't want you to go to places where your security will. So he will go all out for you. That Ghanaian will. But when we come to pricing, it's a different thing. So he's not being nice so he can fleece you. No. The pricing thing is that
price discrimination is allowed.
Yes, and price discrimination exists in every formal context. He is socialized to think that you, the foreigner who is coming from a better economic background, has more money to spend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what they do.
You have more money to spend. So the same way that a business, for example, will sell product X to someone, an average customer at X price, and a high valued customer at X plus Y, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, so you just need to do your homework and make sure that
part,
yes, right, which is different from,
and then we have the customer service discrimination part.
Yes, which is different from the normal cultural welcome, the social welcome, the fact that we are hospitable people. For that one, you can't take it away from us because we are trained, raised to be like that. Yeah. You know, to take care of foreigners. So let's not put the two
Dennis, what do you say?
For me, what I have to say is that in as much as we haven't established that this is what is happening,
it is happening. There is a video evidence.
You can do
Producer, please, can you put a video evidence out there when the guy went to the pub and he was asked to pay do a deposit before they get a table.
Yeah.
And then the white guys are buying like 2 bottles.
That's not even up to the deposit, which means that.
And those people, they don't spend.
Right.
In order to get a table, to get in, you have to have a 2,000 minimum.
Yeah.
Right?
2,000 minimum spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, serious.
Okay, no issues.
Yeah.
I ain't sweating that. I'm not, okay. But let me see how this thing is going to do first before I do that. Okay, she said, okay, we sat down. Now, I know when I seen these white boys sitting down buying 3 drinks the whole night, 3-4, those 3 drinks could not have cost 2,000. So I told my friend, I was like, yo, bro, how come they came up to us and told us, but get a table, we got to spend this. But there's white people, it's like at least 4 white people here, they don't have a bottle or nothing.
Yeah.
I know that don't cost. He said, oh man, white people here in Kenya, I mean in Ghana, bro, is not in their DNA to do that. So they let them, it's okay for them, they don't have to.
What?
As long as issues like this have popped up, I think we have to be, in the last episode we talked about how we should be conscious of how we train our customer service and all of that. So in the spirit of that training, I think we should be intentional about letting people know that they should treat everyone fairly, irrespective of their color. We should just be intentional about that, because it's very demeaning and depressing to be treated badly outside Africa on a foreign land and come home where you are supposed to feel at home, feel that you are in the motherland.
Are you talking for like the Black Americans?
In line with Dirty December and the people who are coming. I agree with Dennis. You see, there has to be orientation, and that's what we said in the last video, that let's not take things for granted as far as the influx of people of different cultures coming into our country towards the end of the year, in the spirit of Dirty December, the year of return, beyond the return and all of that. Because people are coming with different cultures, they are facing different stereotypes, discrimination. One of the main reasons why these people of African origin are coming back home is to be accepted. So every form of discrimination must be dealt with. It's a good thing that these people are not interacting so much with average people, because they have a short time to stay. So when they come, they are going to hotels, they are going to pubs, they are going to tourist centers. So you can manage their experience. Make sure that the employees in the service chain are trained not to make them feel discriminated against.
But seriously, if I was the guy who went to the pub and I've been asked to pay to get a table, and then the white guy, I would have asked questions.
You have to raise.
Just ask questions. So did they pay? Did they pay a deposit?
Why didn't they pay?
Why am I also paying? Because they are paying a deposit because they aren't paying a deposit because they are white. And I also understand that they want you to pay so that they can. So they have limited space, right? So they have limited tables. So it's not about the pain, it's about fairness. And like for every human being, fairness is more important.
Because even in the video he claimed he even bought more bottles. So even in terms of fairness when it comes to money spenders, probably
funny enough, that's what he was saying, that people think that rich people will tip you more, but actually they don't. The person who actually appreciates your service is the one who is, I think, middle income people tip better. And for somebody who has been customers, I can say this one, they tip better because the person appreciates the time and effort you have spent in trying to explain what he or she should understand. And then the person who thinks that it is right, which is normally the rich people, they come always like their shoulders up high, why are you giving me? They're always shouting over the service that you are rendering to them. It's expected. So they don't see why they should say thank you. Even not don't give me like money, because we customers we say thank you is enough. The thank you sometimes you'll be lucky to get the thank you. They take the service and they just walk out because they feel they are paying for the service. But the person who is a middle income, who also understands the hassle it takes to get to where you are and understands the patience and the service you are giving, appreciates it better. So that whole discrimination, thinking that this person is the white man, he will spend more, it's actually the opposite. Funny enough, it's actually the opposite. But me, I'm just saying that in customer service, there is no same service for all. So even in service, we've classified customers. So there are high value customers, there are mid value customers, and then there are low value customers. That's why we are doing packages. You do packages based on your classification of customers. One thing we strive for is everybody is treated fairly and nicely. So even if the person is a 2 cedi spender on my platform, the person should still feel welcome at the 2 cedis level. If I say at the 2 cedis level, of course, I'm not going to do hampers to appreciate that person on a customer service man. But if the person is a 10,000 cedis spender, the person will feel appreciated, because at that point, a hamper is a thank you and the person appreciates it better. So the basic of fairness, where I'm charging everybody a flat fee, it will be there. I won't charge the person who is paying 2 cedis and not charge the person who is paying 10,000 cedis. That is where the unfairness is. Or we have a package and then we say, because you are 2 cedis, you can't do the package. Only 10 cedis people can do the package. It's not fair. So yes, customers are not on the same rank. Customers are valued based, and we have things where we profile. You have to profile customers. Sometimes in profiling you can get it wrong, and if you get it wrong, it's very terrible, because some people are extremely simple. Some people are like extremely okay, they will spend, but when they enter, they want to survey the place to see if it is somewhere I actually want to spend. So if you turn such a person away just by the person's color, or the person is black, appearance, especially appearance, which they do a lot, appearance, you lose out on money. So yes, service training is important in that training. And if I was the person, I would have asked questions. Like when I go somewhere, they ask me, someone does something, I ask questions, and I think at first I wouldn't have.
You know, I remember not everybody that could be outspoken.
So it's not outspoken. Ghanaians are not outspoken. In fact, when I joined customer service, my boss told me that after a year in this business, when I go to a place and I'm giving crap service, I will be pissed that I will voice out. So when someone comes to me and the person voices, I should know that the person knows what he or she is to expect. And it's true. When I go somewhere and I'm giving crap service, I'm so pissed. Like sometimes I'm like, I'm not going here again, and that's it. And unfortunately, I will tell the next 2 people I know that, hey, over here, let's not go there, because that is what they are. And then you spoil your, do you get your name? I remember the guy. It's actually good to name and shame. So when you do that, you like they correct distance, because some people, or of late, everybody has, did you enjoy our service? Pick the number, send the message, ask for the manager, ask questions, because even if it's 10 cedis I spent it in your organization.
So you are giving the fair people preferential treatment, giving them all the time to talk.
You know, so before you come in, if you are enjoying the conversation, don't forget to subscribe and then leave your comments in the comment section.
Tap the bell.
You know, and before you come in,
I didn't have anything to say, but you're just giving
what I want to add is that there are standards, and I this is a challenge to the government officials and bodies that are in charge of all these things. Like Mr. Quiz was saying, we know the places they go to, we know the places they have their experience, so we can manage that. So let there be monitoring and evaluation. So whoever is not meeting those standards, they have to either
so you
monitoring evaluation of private businesses in Ghana.
Oh
yeah, not only them, not even
I agree with that.
Not only
but wasn't it the government that was sponsoring people for the year of return events?
Yeah, he sponsored.
There's a certain sense of ownership of that few days of the year, because you are putting your country out there.
Exactly.
And so yes, for the greater good, they need to act in a particular line. I think that I was even thinking about the idea that after the festivities, you can do an award. You can do awards.
Yeah.
You know, based on ratings and all of that. You can say, oh, missed the year of return business of the year, or whatever. Yeah. You know, the most hospitable. You know, so that it gives a certain sense of
It's true.
You know, holistic consensus be towards that goal. Yeah.
I agree.
So they say fair people are treated better in Ghana than black people. Me, I don't know that. But is that the reason why Becca is bleaching?
I think it's
Why?
shots fired. No, but you know, someone
What did I
said,
say?
I know. Someone also said Becca did that to actually satisfy the husband, because the husband
How does he
How
know
does he
what
see
the
that?
husband
the
wants?
husband said he likes fair people,
And then
if
out of
you are
all
fair,
the Tonto
you know,
DKs and the Rita Dominics in your place, you came all the way to Ghana to marry a dark woman.
well,
Then he has a problem.
But really,
It's going to bleach her
it's
into
not-
fair.
Bleach who? Bleach hair to fair. Why she doesn't have her own way? Why are we talking about bleach hair to fair? He didn't bleach hair to fair.
I'm just asking.
She bleached
Someone
herself to
says
fair.
it is the husband.
How is it the husband? Please, it's her choice. She probably wants to be a fair woman.
Yes,
she's
maybe
looking
she's not
pretty and
being-
fine.
yes.
Let's leave her for
She wants the preferential treatment.
well,
Please, she's looking, and the Ghanaians, they can measure on their minors. That person she's showing her fit body, and everything that talked about that conversation was about her color. Hey,
Yeah, but if you are night and you are day now, of course, it's not our fault.
that was the only new
It's not
thing.
our fault.
Because her body was already fit already. Anyway.
if you enjoyed this segment, let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to check our old episode on December in GH, another fun packed one. Till then, adios.